Hi there and welcome to the Adventures with Jesus Today podcast. I'm your host Lisa Vandenberg, and today we get to talk about what to do when our emotions flare up. You know, our emotions are a God-given gift. Sometimes we don't think so because they can be so, but they really are a God-given gift. If you read through the Gospels, you'll see how Jesus experienced a huge range of emotions. The key is that as believers, we get to feel our emotions, we just don't get to be ruled by them. Follow some examples, go and read through the Gospels and see how Jesus dealt with when he felt sad, when he felt angry, when he felt alone, when he felt overwhelmed. There are beautiful examples of how Jesus acknowledged how he was feeling, but then he went to his Father and he dealt with them and sorted them out. So the last few days, I've just been really angry. Quick to flare up at things, quick to say some hurtful things to the people around me, quick to be upset when things don't go my way. And I've realized that, I've given the Holy Spirit permission to let me know when these things are happening, when these sort of cycles begin happening in my life. And one of the ways I know that over the years is that you begin to feel that same emotion over and over again, and it's really intense. Right, so whether it's sadness or whether it's anger or grief, or you find the scenarios running through your head of, oh, they did this to me and they did that to me, and you start forming the conversations in your mind about how you're going to get back at them and the perfect answer that you would have given right after the time. These are all indications that first of all, none of those come from a place of love, right? That's our very first aha in the Spirit is, oh, I am not being loving right now. And God's greatest commandment, of course, is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. When those kinds of patterns are happening in our lives, like the anger that's been happening with me the last few days, and we realize that it's not in line with God's character, then we get to, first of all, thank the Lord that he's shown us what's going on. It's the most beautiful thing to partner with him and say, Lord, will you show me when there's something wonky in my life, when there's something that I get to look at? And there are 3 ways we can look at this. And there is a PDF below this that's got some journaling questions in for you so that you can walk this through with the Lord when you start noticing and Holy Spirit starts bringing these to your awareness that something is going on because your emotions are taking over your thought life. So the first one is it me? The first question to ask is it me, or am I picking up something going on in the Spirit? And you know, we've all heard that saying that says, oh, I just got out of bed on the wrong side this morning. Well, actually, what can happen is when we stop and think and we go, 5 minutes ago, I didn't feel this way, but now I feel this way. You know, sometimes you will be around someone and you walk in a great mood and you walk away and you're like, and you don't really know why, because nothing happened, nothing was said to make your mood change. But what can actually happen is that we're picking up what's going on in them or around them in the Spirit, and we begin to feel it. This question saved my life because I realized sometimes that the things I was experiencing and feeling weren't mine, but I was picking them up, and then I could go to the Lord and I could get, I was perceiving them and going, oh, something's happening right here. You know, when you walk somewhere and the hair on the back of your neck starts standing up on end, well, you're picking up something in the Spirit that you don't necessarily see with your natural eyes yet, but you know something's going on, right? And so this is how the Lord will help us through that, is to be able to go to him and going, Lord, so the question I asked was, Lord, is it me that's angry, or am I picking up on something around me? What is going on? And it can be either that you're picking up all of something, or that you're not picking up anything at all and it is you, or that it's a mixture of the two, right? Because in his kindness, God often will highlight and reveal something to us that we get to be healed from and we get to walk in. So the first question I asked, Lord, is it me or is it something else? And the way he'll answer that is we'll go through some scenarios of the past few days, and I'll begin to identify and go, Lord, what are the triggers? What are the things that are triggering me? Where am I just, what's the button that's pushed and I change? And when it's me, then I know that it's thoughts that I've had and things like that. When it's something where I'm experiencing something that there was no lead up to it, there was no thing that made me want to get angry or triggered me, then I know, oh, I'm just picking up something around me. If you are picking up something around you, then you just get to give it to God. You get to go, oh, Lord, I'm picking up a whole lot of anger in this atmosphere. How do I get to address it? How do I pray? How do I love on the people that are around me? What do I do in the Spirit to be able to address what's going on, right? And I'll show you how to do that. When it's a portion of it or all of it is an opportunity for you to be healed, then the next question is, what is being triggered in me? And it's a beautiful way that the Holy Spirit will show something that we are ready to be healed from, or get a truth in and replace a lie with, or something that He's ready to help us to walk out. And it's a beautiful invitation to healing and to go from glory to glory and to the next level. And so I'll sit down and I'll go, okay, Lord, in the situations where I've been getting angry the last few days, what was the thing that happened that turned that switch for me? And I'll write it down in my journal, or I'll write it down on a piece of paper, so you begin to see a common theme of what's been happening, right? And then you get to take that thing, and then the next question is, what healing is being offered, or what truth is being offered to replace a lie that I believe? And so once I know that God is in this with me and is actually wanting to help me go to the next level, that He's wanting to help bring healing or help bring a truth for a lie, then I'm way more surrendered, and my heart is way more happy to go, okay, Lord, do what it is that you need in me. You know, like David said, Lord, search me and know me. Make sure that my heart is pure before you. And we're much more open to having that done, right? And then when you know what the trigger is, then you can go, Lord, what is it? Why is that trigger here? Because we all know that something may trigger us, and exactly the same thing will happen to someone else, and they don't get triggered. That means the issue is with us. That means the opportunity for healing and health and believing the truth instead of a lie lies with us, right? So once we do that and we know what that trigger is, then we can say to the Lord, what is the opportunity for healing? What is the truth you want to give me instead of this lie I'm believing? And then He just beautifully, and I will actually sometimes physically take the lie that he identifies, and I'll give it to Him. And then I'll hold my hands out and I'll say, Lord, what's the truth you want to give me instead? And then I'll take that truth and I'll sort of put it into my heart, into my chest, and into my mind, so that Romans 12:1 and 2 can happen. You know, that I'm being transformed by the renewing of my mind, and we get to walk in the beautiful health and mindset and ways that God is inviting us to walk into. His thoughts and His ways that are just magnificent. So these are 3 steps that you can just journal through when you notice things happening. First of all, give the Holy Spirit permission to let you know when He's highlighting something. When He does, ask if it's yours or someone else's and how to deal with it. And the third thing is, Lord, if it's mine, what is the truth that I get to replace this lie I'm believing with? Such a beautiful, caring journey that the Lord takes with us. So as always, Jesus is inviting you on an adventure today. Will you accept? Please like and subscribe and click the notification bell and pass this on to others as well. Let's walk into this beautiful emotional health and spiritual health that our Father is offering us, and that we get to not only walk in ourselves but offer to the world as well. Bless you, bless you, bless you, and I will see you next time.